Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Here we are once again for another episode of Kickstarter Quest. My favorite part of every, well, maybe not my favorite part of every week, but it's up there. It's certainly up there. Yeah, welcome in. Let me get this music turned down just a little bit. We are joined once again, as always, by our wonderful co-host Arel. There he is. Look at him waving his hands around.
Hi, everyone.
We're flying a little fast and loose tonight. We've made some adjustments. Yeah. Arel has a new job. Woo! Let's go!
Thank you.
Congratulations! Would you like to share with the class about your new job?
We were talking a little bit. Insurance job in this really fun board game stream. I know y'all came here to hear about deductibles, so welcome. Glad you could make it. It's like a very nice insurance company that deals with international students who are coming into America and need health insurance, and they aim to do that, and I'm just part of a team that helps kind of promote it and make social media posts for it and do a whole bunch of other things. So it's very nice. It's lovely.
Very cool. Yeah. I was gonna question you a little bit further about it, but about like what we were talking about before stream. But I'm understanding that maybe not everything needs to be aired in a public setting. So
no, it's okay. I'll go on record. It's not the best job I've ever worked. It's a 1-2 punch to go from working in the board game industry to working in the like arcade industry and like the family entertainment sector, and then going to the insurance industry. So it's definitely, there's an adjustment period. That is for sure.
Yeah. Certainly a little bit different than what you've been working on recently. But that's cool. Yeah. Congratulations nonetheless.
Thank you.
Hope it works out well for you. And I hope it works out well for Kickstarter Quest as well. We are sort of in that light where we're playing around with some new times here, folks. In fact, there's a couple things that have changed this week. First of all, I'm back in the Play Games headquarters basement. I'm house sitting for my parents this week. So for the time being, we made our triumphant return to the dark, dingy Play Games dungeon. So that's where we're at this week. We also have the new time, of course. We're at sort of kind of a weird time. I don't know. We used to stream at this time, maybe 45 minutes before this time.
I feel like in an ideal world, we'll see what happens, but I feel like we stream at this time and we get like an okay amount of people, and then we stream at a late time and we get an okay amount of people, and then like if somehow like it's like that middle section that we need. We gotta know. We gotta talk about it. We'll find time, but.
Yeah, we're playing around with it, guys. Nothing is final right now. So if this is your favorite time in the world, if this is absolutely perfect for your schedule, be sure to say as much in the comments section. We will take that into consideration. Although I will say you're competing in a pretty tight market. We've already got Gizmo Brian, who wants us to stream earlier than this, and we've got I think it's Porkchop Brian that wants us to stream later than this. So we've got two Brians sort of competing right now.
I feel like every week we have a moment where we're like looking at the stream metrics, and then we're like, now's the time that 12 people are in chat, like doing things. But then the next week, entirely different time.
Yeah, they say it's all about consistency, but I don't know. That sounds like a bunch of BS to me.
Yeah.
I think we should just live by our own rules. What else is new, Arel? Do you got anything anything else while we're doing our little intro segment here? I imagine probably not. It's probably the main thing going on in your life right now is the job.
Yeah, it's the job. I was going to bring up a crazy piece of drama that happened in the tabletop RPG space this week, but then I was like, actually, it's not worth going into.
Oh,
it was
okay.
crazy,
okay. Maybe
we'll just say
some well-informed chatters know what's going on.
Yeah, a big tabletop RPG company a couple years ago cut ties with a group of people who make tabletop RPGs that said some pretty flagrantly offensive things. I mean, this isn't even up for consideration. It's pretty bad things. And then this week, they were just like, anyway, we're working with them again. And I was like, oh, okay. Cool, I guess. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. You can actually avoid all controversy. Here's my ultimate marketing advice for you. You can avoid all controversy if anytime you think that you are going to say or do something really offensive, you don't do it. If you just don't do it, it'll be okay.
Easy rule.
Yeah.
If only it were that easy.
If only it were that easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
should we just? I guess we don't have that much time tonight, so we should probably just jump right into the meat and potatoes of the programming, shall we? Let's look at these games. Here we go. There's quite a few of them this week. We've got a good number, 15 for people counting along at home. 15 games to be exact. We will not get to all of them. We gotta get Arel to bed in the next hour and 10 minutes. So
that's the job, unfortunately.
We're sort of no, that's all good. Like I said, we're playing around with the time slot, so we're gonna figure out.
We're the Sp1cy tonight. Sorry, I'm just looking at the title of the game.
Sp1cy. Is that how this is pronounced?
Well,
I mean, bicycling thing.
Yeah, because bicicleta is bike in Spanish, so I just made an assumption. Yeah.
So it's gonna be a Spanish bike racing game. Interesting.
Yeah, but we do have Star Clash before it.
We've already looked at that. We did.
Oh, did we? Never mind. I lied. Just kidding. Bicicleta.
You looked. It's the one that has like the 7-minute long tabletop simulator.
Oh yeah,
demo.
yeah. I remember.
Star Clash is a game.
Star Clash.
It looks a lot like StarCraft. Its logo, I have to say.
Oh, interesting.
I'm sure they were going for that, but surprised we didn't talk about it last. It looks just like StarCraft.
Yeah, I think we were starting to get a little burned out by the time we got to Star Clash last week. So, but whatever. We already talked about it. You can go watch last week's episode if you want our take on Star Clash. Sp1cy. All right, start with the video. They're out of Vancouver, Washington, not Spain or Mexico, which would be the assumption with a name that you're saying. Oh yeah, that's the name.
An unpredictable bicycle racing game where you dodge obstacles.
Okay.
All right, don't need the sound effects Foley work.
Sabotage opponents and sprint to the finish line. With a modular track and exciting take that mechanics, no two races are ever.
Okay, wait.
When you make a game about.
Do you hear the way that he said exciting take that mechanics? I think it's
with a modular track and exciting take that mechanics.
Take that mechanics.
Oh boy, emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Thrilling to play.
Sorry, you were gonna say something else too.
I was gonna say your game's really exciting when explaining it, you have to throw in a bunch of crazy sound effects. You're off to a good start.
Great start.
Oh,
metal coin, and a plush.
Move.
And we need your support to bring it to life. Back now and be part of the ride.
Hey there.
This guy dabbing on his.
Creator of
okay. Hi.
Cycling has always been a huge part of my life. Soaring down the street, feeling the wind.
Okay. That's probably enough of this video.
Yep.
Sp1cy. Okay, I'm not quite sure what is supposed to be.
I love when somebody tries to sell me on a board game, and I go, okay, and then when I go, can you pitch it to me? And they go, every day, I like to get on my bike and go on bike rides. And I'm like, okay, that's enough. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure what the draw is supposed to be here. There's already plenty of great bike racing games. This one's on hex tiles, I guess. They say that it's going to be like modular, but I'm looking at this track, and I guess I'm not quite sure how the modularity of it really changes gameplay. It looks like it's still kind of like I'm not sure what's different about each of these track pieces, just by looking at it at least. The cards look pretty, they look fine.
It just made money right now while we were looking at it.
Whoa, this number went up.
Its little number went up. Yeah,
I do love to see numbers go up. I do also like to see robots on bicycles. That's a pretty cool idea. Maybe we should have led with that instead of had that be.
I was going to say, you're making a game about bike riding. When you've already made the expansion about racing robots, you should have just made your game about racing robots.
Yeah, that's kind of a much better theme. We also have a plush here. I'm not quite sure what that has to do with the game.
I think a plush is the ultimate. If you're like new to the board game scene, which I imagine this person is, I can't imagine they've made many.
First created.
Take a look at it. Yep. I feel like a plush is the ultimate jumping the shark thing that you can do in any field. Not a T-shirt, not custom pieces, not something. We're going straight to a stuffed animal.
Stuffed animal of a mascot of a first-time IP that nobody has played before. That, frankly, isn't particularly like stand out on its own. It is just kind of like a moose in a.
Not a generic stuffed animal. That's all got to be made. There's no moose in a bike outfit already available for a manufacturer to make. That's all got to be to order, which is going to be a little pricey.
Yeah. Well, all right. We've talked enough about what we saw in the video. Let's scroll down a little bit and see if we can't ascertain some more information here. 1 to 5 players, ages 8+, 10 to 90 minutes. What?
I'm sorry, what?
It could be 10 minutes. Or it could be 90 minutes.
So you could go at it like, we got 2 game modes. It's Drive to the Grocery Store or full-length Pixar film. You know, whichever one you want. Whichever one suits you.
Yeah, interesting. People always complain about League of Legends taking between 15 and 40 minutes. That's like also pretty egregious, but 10 to 90 minutes? Are you joking? That's I assume it's got to be because there's multiple modes of play. Yeah. Where like there's one mode that takes 10 minutes and there's, or like depends on the player count, but you need to just say that. It's just like not a helpful piece of information to just have on the on the page there. It's competitive, awesome. We love competitive stuff. Chaotic too. Wow. Oh, look, you could be riding your bike under the giant moose's legs.
Big moose. I really liked when they said in the trailer, avoid obstacles, and had the bike go around the car, where like avoiding obstacles isn't directly translational to getting hit by a car. Riding a bike and getting hit by a car, an awful tragedy to occur.
That's just like a little obstacle. It's a fun obstacle for you to outmaneuver in this board game. Okay, I think I've seen enough. This is not going to be my thing. Oh, the obstacles are kind of fun, actually. That's a lot of like custom pieces, though. What's this sell for? Complete collection is $65. You get a lot of stuff with that, though. Like almost too much stuff. I'm not sure how they're making money on this. You got a coin, a plush, the game, and an expansion. And the game, by the way, comes with all of these little custom pieces. What is this running? 635? Okay.
Not bad.
It's 35 or 30% off of MSRP. Which would put the MSRP at what, 50? Is that right? Yeah, $50. $50 MSRP. Seems a little steep. 35 is not too bad though. I guess if you're into this, then if you really like bike racing and Flamme Rouge just isn't doing it for you, then maybe this is a
That is the name of the bike game. When you said there was a bike game, I was like, I know there's one, but I can't think of the name of it right now.
Flamme Rouge is great. It's like the original the predecessor to Heat, which is maybe a better game, but
which is also some people very big right now. Probably one of the most played games in the board game sphere right now.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's probably enough of Sp1cy. I don't get the name. I don't really get the hook. But it is a board game, and it's a fairly well put together campaign page. Yeah. So let's score some points for that. If you're into biking, maybe this is for you. Otherwise, I'm not really sure what would draw you to it. But yeah, Sp1cy. Let's rank it. I'm thinking C. Thinking strong C.
I think it's strong C, yeah. I don't know if it'll be bested by anything else in C tonight, but
yeah, feels right to me. Certainly, we've seen worse projects on Kickstarter Quest.
It was definitely by definition fine.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. Okay, moving on. Next, we got This War of Mine, the board game 2nd edition. 2nd editions are always so hard to do. I'm sure that this has made so much money. It's like 2 million euros. Are you joking?
A casual $2 million.
Who
among us?
They're just going in for another printing, dude. I don't know. I don't really want to.
Yeah. Should we not look at second editions on Kickstarter Quest? We haven't had a talk about this yet, but
probably not. I mean, unless it's like a slow night, we need something to look at. But on a night like tonight, I don't really feel like we need to look at this War of Mine.
Because I feel like the point of Kickstarter Quest is to look at games that sort of don't really exist yet, or like trying to make themselves exist, and to talk about whether or not they're worth attention. Whereas a game like that, it already has its fan base. There's 11,000 people backing it. That's crazy.
It's pretty nuts. Yeah. All right. Well, we're moving on then. It's time to look at Gazebo plus one more.
Gazebo's got
plus Gingham.
Ooh. Gazebo's got a really pretty box. Oh, it certainly does. Wow, look at that.
Yep. That's very nice. It comes with a little carrying case too, or maybe that's an add-on. I don't know. And then here's Gingham as well. Have we looked at Gingham on the channel? I feel like we've seen this before.
We may have.
I guess let's watch the video and find out what's going on here. Oh, some good background music. It normally isn't. Oh yeah.
Yeah, take it anywhere. Take it anywhere. Bring it anywhere with you.
Isn't this literally the same Mythmash ad that you proposed when we were talking about this at one point?
It was. I sold it to Gingham. Didn't want to tell you, but
yeah, that's true.
You could do a little. They gave me $10,000
behind my back,
and I said, "Yeah, just put it wherever you want."
A game you can take anywhere.
Theirs is like in a neat little traveling case, though. I've never seen a game with something like this before.
Rainer Knizia, designer as well. Seems perhaps a little light for Rainer Knizia's.
What has Rainer Knizia made?
She does like extremely complicated Euro games normally. Pretty sure he's like Eagle Griffin's golden boy. It just makes all of their Euro games for them. I could be wrong about that. I could be thinking of somebody else. Oh no, that's
Oh my god, Gingham's about bugs stealing food off a picnic blanket.
Why is it called Gingham? Oh, because the picnic blanket is Gingham.
The pattern, yeah.
Okay.
Those box arts are gorgeous. I really like those box arts.
I'm sorry, that's actually not who Rainer Knizia is. I was wrong. So don't hold me to that. But I did correct myself, so I get some points for it that way. The art looks great. The gameplay, they didn't like explain how to play the game, but I think that's fine.
It looks like dominoes.
Yeah, they're like showing off. Honestly, sometimes with a game like this, sometimes I prefer just like a visual sample without somebody trying to explain the game to me. Just like a little taste. It looks simple enough that I don't need to know like how to start a round and.
Actually, when Quinn and I have friends over, what this reminds me of, the game that we've been playing a lot of every time people come over is last year I got gifted a copy of
Chicken Dice.
Chicken by Keymaster Games, which is the same thing. You like kind of throw out this little blanket and you roll things on them, and it's like just like a push your luck dice rolling game, and it's become one of Quinn's favorites. They always want to play it.
Yeah.
So I'm already intrigued by this, which is another mat that you just kind of roll out, and then perhaps a little bit of strategy to it.
Perhaps we even have a little bit of strategy mixed into the fold. Almost identical stats on this. 2 to 4 players, 20 to 40 versus 30 minutes. They both go for $39. They both are kind of in the same art style.
What I want to be offered a sexy discount right now for buying both of them. Could sell me on it. Could truly sell me on it.
How steep do you have to go for it to be sexy for you?
I mean,
$10 off?
They're probably gonna make it 70. I'd like it to be 60. I understand that's kind of insane to think about, but
okay. 60 and you back it. Yeah.
60 and I back it. Yeah.
What I was gonna say here is that the stats here are so similar that I almost am like questioning why I would want both.
Yeah.
Like even just they both come on a mat. They both have pieces. They both I like what it looks like. I just am not sure that I need two. Like if one of these was solo, maybe, or if one of these took like twice the time, like if this was an hour-long game, or like could play up to 6. If there is some, I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of differences between the two games, but I'm just saying that looking at these two comparisons side by side, I think maybe I would like to, like even just a blurb about like what the genre of the game is, or like something to differentiate the two. Because I'm looking at this and thinking, probably I don't need to buy both of these, but let's see what it is. You get everything for $99. That comes with the play mats, some deluxe dominoes, it looks like. Okay. Or you can get both games. No. Oh, well, it comes with the travel case. I didn't realize that.
That's really nice. That's really nice.
I assumed that was going to be an add-on, but no. Let's see both of them. Standard bundle for
$2.
That's exactly the same price. They're $39.
Oh, is it? Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Cool. Is this
good bundle? Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know what these two things up here are. It looks like the play mats, but I would assume that comes with the game. No. Whatever. We don't need to get too much into the price of it, but it's not the sexy discount that you were looking for. In fact, it looks to be maybe no discount at all. So
yeah, that's a shame.
But whatever. They
do look like nice games. They look like fun games.
Yeah, I totally agree. I love the travel case. Although how much smaller is that really than the box that it comes in? I don't know.
I guess what I like about it is that it kind of eliminates my fear that my box is going to get all dinged up and dirty.
That's true. That's fair. That's a valid concern. Cool. No, I like it. I'm scrolling a little bit to see if we've got more of a gameplay section. Okay, here we go. Fill your botanical garden with fragrant flowers, lush foliage, and soothing waters as you erect your gazebos among these features and atop prized patios. First player to place all their gazebos on the board wins. Okay, that's gazebo. And do we have something similar for Gingham? Maybe not. I think Gingham has already been out. This is probably less about Gingham than it is about gazebo. Okay, whatever. Well.
Oh, wait, there's Gingham. Scroll down a little more.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Perfect.
For diamonds.
This is perfect. This is way too far down the page. I think I want to see these two, like, how, especially for a campaign that doesn't have any gameplay description in the video. I think these should probably be like front and center at the top. That's what I would do. But I guess it is organized, in the little side column here. So maybe I just need to read a little better. The race is on, and Gingham players are ants. Oh, you're the ants. That's fun. Who have found an abandoned picnic blanket. Through clever placement of their queens around the gingham blanket, they will deploy their ants to connect sweets and claim stockpiles they create. The player who makes the longest connections and claims the tallest stockpiles will score the most points and win the game. So a little bit of Ticket to Ride going on here.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like both these games, actually. They sound intriguing. I'd love to give them a go.
Yep, absolutely. I would play either of these if they were presented to me. Don't know that it's like quite enough of my style for me to back it personally, but I do love the project. They seem like great games, and the travel thing is a nice little added bonus, I guess. I don't know, not really enough to swing me one way or the other, but it's nice. It's a nice touch, and it helps it stand out. So, yeah, I really like this. I'm kind of thinking S.
I was also thinking S.
I think this might be a low S.
Listen, last week was an S-less week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So, the fact that we can start out swinging with an S.
I'm putting it in low S because I don't think it's like the most like, oh my God, I have to have this type project that I've ever seen. But it's very solid. It is very, very solid. And there's nothing that I can point to in it and be like, this is their one crucial mistake. So I think that means it has to go in S tier.
I agree.
All right, let's keep it rolling. Up next, we've got Montoons Guardians of the Coral Isles. Now, I have to admit, as I was scraping the Board Game Geek crowdfunding countdown page to grab images for the tier list, I was interested. I was so interested that I had to click on this. And so I did pre-look at Montoons a little bit. I have to say I'm pretty excited to have a closer look. It is a okay, well, they don't say it up here, but it's like a roll and write arena combat game. Sort of, it's sort of giving like Pokemon vibes as the inspiration. Well, let's see it. Yeah, well, let's just start with the video. That's very loud.
Oh, hello, wow. Jeez.
All right, well, I don't love this start to the video. Okay. Nice. Now we're starting. Print and play, that's great. Roll and write.
KO.
Okay, not the best video. The camera's a little too shaky. Also, you can't just like, you pointing at different things on the mat. This is nothing.
Yeah, let's say you do.
This tells me nothing.
Pointing at random things on.
I do like the way this looks. I think the paper looks cool.
It's a nice paper, yeah.
This is sort of in the opposite category as the game we just looked at, though, which I'm already blanking on the name of, Gazebo. Where the gameplay is like simple enough that you can just sort of show me people playing it and not really describe what's going on, and I'm fine with that. I'm looking at this page. I kind of need you to walk me through.
What do you mean? Your basic attack is Hydro Surge, which costs 2 right move. It does 1 to 3 star symbol. You deal red star symbol if equal 1. If equal 1, then you push 2 blue, and if equal 2, you force 2 red. Of course. What do you need to know?
I think maybe it's more that we're on this screen for like 5 seconds, and the camera's like shaking around, and his hand's like covering up different things, and it's just kind of impossible for me to ascertain any information from this. Wait, what's the best part? Oh, mix and match gameplay. I also hate this effect that they keep doing, where they like, I don't know what that is.
Actually, like actively giving me a bit of a headache. Yeah.
Stop it! Stop it! Don't do that. All right, I don't think we're gonna get anything out of this video. Out of the remaining minute and a half of this.
We're both getting a headache right now. I don't know what you're talking about. We are getting something out of it.
I guess that is the main thing we're getting out of this. Just like quickly scroll through here and see if we get like a designer interview at the end. Jeez. Nope, doesn't look like it. Here's what's coming in the future: cooperative boss battler, team, and solo modes, and a standalone campaign experience. All right, this is very cool. This is very cool. I hate the video. It's done a terrible job of getting me excited about the game, but sort of despite all of that, I'm still excited about the game. So I'm not quite sure what that says, but let's hope that the rest of the campaign does a little bit better of a job and gives me a little bit less of a headache. So this is an expansion for Montoon's Clash of the Coral Isles. It's for 2 to 4 players, ages 10 and up, 45 to 60 minutes, reasonable range. What's up?
No. This is right. So this is Guardians of the Coral Isles, which is an expansion for Clash of the Coral Isles. Okay, yes. I get it. It was very similar to me. It had me confused for a second. Sorry.
Let's quickly take a look at the creator here. Is this all they do? No, it's not. 3 created. I only see 2 though. What's up with that?
Well, because this is their 3rd one now.
Oh, I see. Sure. Okay, so this is their first. Well, this is launching soon too. This has nothing to do with. So their first one was was Montoons. I sort of expected there to be like a base set Montoons, and then this was like an expansion, and then the one that we're looking at now is an expansion to the expansion. But whatever, doesn't really matter. Print and play, roll and write, arena combat. These are some great keywords. I'm very excited about what this has to offer. Just thinking about it in my head. I don't know. This is kind of tailor-made for somebody like me, who loves arena combat type stuff. Print and play is cool. I think the way that they're using the print and play format is interesting. It's like you're going to print off the monster that you want to play as, and then bring it to game night, and then write on it, and that's cool. I think that's a cool concept. The mats look great. The little pages look great. I like the layout of it all. It's got a good graphic design element to it. The art I could kind of take or leave. I don't know. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
I would like it to be. I would like the monsters to be maybe a little friendlier looking, or just like, I don't know, better designed in general. But that's it. That's fine. It's not bad enough to take any points away. But the graphic design of it all is actually very nice, I think.
Yeah,
nice bold headings. Icons look great.
There is a lot of information to present on the printed page. What is assumedly you're printing on A11 paper, and it would be very easy, as we've seen time and time again, to just completely overwhelm with stuff. And I have a feeling like once the rules are learned, you learn what everything does and where it goes. Like, this does not look like a nightmare to navigate.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I think the design is definitely hitting. It's definitely one of the stronger suits of this project. This is cool. I guess there's like a board that you're doing stuff on. And there's a lot of stuff for each player to have in front of them.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's also $6, guys. It's $6, gets you all of this. You do have to print it yourself.
Don't know if you use the base game, which was already fulfilled that you can get online. It was $5. So you can have all of this for $11.
It's true. Or maybe it's $25, according to this. I actually don't know. Save by bundling this expansion with the base game. Oh, you'll also get access to all content. Okay, got it.
But that's all the stuff that they listed at the end of that video for $25, which is not bad at all.
Yep, I agree. 54 people also agree. So yeah, I like Montoons. I think the branding could maybe use a little work. I don't know why. It's like presented as if it's going to be an expansion to the base Montoons game. When in reality the base game is called like Coral Isles or whatever, and then we're looking at Coral Guardians. What's up, Brian? Doing good? Doing good. Good to see you here. Thanks for tuning in. I'm doing well. I think Arel's doing well. I don't know. I'd love to ask him.
I'm here. I'm living.
How are you doing, Brian? That's the real question. We got all of these add-ons unlocked. That's nice. All you need is 5 dice and a pencil. So anyways, yeah, I like this. I like this game. I think this is neat.
Yeah. I would give it an A.
Yep, that feels fair. Yep.
Okay.
I would maybe even put it in mid-A. Or even low A. I don't know, somewhere in the A.
I gotta find my phone really quickly just to order dinner. Give me 1 second.
Okay, go for it.
I apologize.
I think we'll let it slide. Yeah, it's maybe not like the most I don't know. There's still a little bit of like amateur rust on this campaign. It's only their 3rd project that they've done. I'm sure they'll get better with time. But I really like the core idea.
Softball game? Did you get a pork chop?
I think it's at the football games, Arel, not the softball games.
God.
Did the softball games have a iconic food associated with them as well? That's what I'd like to know.
Oh, I would love if there's just a different thing with the softball. Oh yeah, all the softball games, they make meatloaf. You get a new meatloaf at every softball game.
Meatloaf sandwich. It's got to be a sandwich. Whatever it is, it has to come in sandwich form, I think.
Yeah, pulled pork. It's got to be a pulled pork.
There we go.
Okay.
Moving on to Valley of Kings Ultimate Edition. This might fall into the category of stuff that we're just not going to look at.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's on. Okay, it's on BackerKit. I'm not looking at a BackerKit campaign, especially one that's already come out. Well, this does look cool. We'll quickly look at it. We're not gonna rank it.
I'll take a look at it.
Because I've not heard of this game before. Cool artwork, lots of cards. The Ultimate Edition. Not quite sure what's so ultimate about it. Here's all the components. $20 off MSRP. Wow, okay. This is $100 though. I guess it's just like all Egyptian stuff.
They did your favorite thing. You passed over it. Where one of their big things that they were selling was that all the cards are tarot card sized cards.
Is that my favorite thing?
Yeah, last time there was a thing where they were like, all the cards are tarot sized cards, and you were like, I don't care.
Oh, okay, I know what you mean. I remember this conversation now. I think last time what I was taking offense at was that, like, at each line of the components list.
Oh yeah, they were
like saying
the size of
20
the
bonus, scoring tarot-sized cards. It's like if they're all tarot-sized cards, you can just tell me that once. I don't need to hear it for every single thing on the list. But anyways, whatever. If you're into Valley of Kings, maybe you own a lesser edition that's not so ultimate. And now here's your chance to snag the Ultimate Edition. Whoa, cheap viewers on streamboo.com. That's what a fantastic deal. I'm going to have to... Nice. You're getting pretty quick at those.
Quick draw. Quick hammer.
That's right, the quick span hammer. Nobody.
So we're gonna skip over Valley of Kings.
Earth Animal Kingdom. I already just kind of don't care. We've got so many games already like this. First it was Ark Nova, and then it was Earth. I'm pretty sure there's just a game called Earth that came out after Ark Nova that does almost exactly the same thing.
Is this an expansion for Earth? It might be.
Oh yeah, okay. If it is, then maybe it gets a pass.
You guys heard it here first. Sam of Studio Sp1cy does not care about the Earth or the animals.
Don't care about either of them.
I want to put that out there. Look at that happy little red panda. You hate that guy?
I guess this is an expansion to Earth. So you got me. Guilty as charged.
Are we doing expansions? There's the next question.
I think usually we should, but on a night like tonight, I could see a case being made for skipping over this. It's made $500,000 though.
Yeah, that's casual.
What do you want to see?
I just want to see the video quickly. I just want to see the video quality.
Okay.
From the towering forests of North America to the sun-baked savannas of Africa, life flourishes in every.
This is a Morgan Freeman knockoff?
Did they get a Morgan Freeman impersonator?
Every ecosystem is a delicate balance, shaped not just by the flora that take root.
I think they did.
By the fauna that call
because
it's too similar not to.
The beauty of the
planet Earth.
World.
Yeah.
Your table, with your chosen island, climate.
Well, how much do you think it would have cost for them to actually just get Morgan Freeman to do it?
That's why they needed all the money. What if they were like, remember last week that game was like, we need $200,000? What if the expansion was like, we need $200,000 because we did give $150,000 to Morgan Freeman to do our video for us?
I'll do you one better. What if one of the stretch goals is we refilm the video with Morgan Freeman, the real actor, doing the voice work? That would be funny.
And ecosystem, providing you with starting resources, abilities, and in-game scoring opportunities.
Do you think they Googled it? Like Morgan Freeman impersonator?
Probably.
Then activate the matching ability.
This could also be a really good Morgan Freeman AI
oh my god, I never thought about that.
Voiceover thing.
Oh,
because the celebrity ones are actually pretty good now.
In your play area, the more your island grows, the more it gives back.
I don't know. It's very good though. It sounds real.
With sprouting flora, towering canopies, and rich.
I like the pieces. I was just about to say.
Harmonious island will win the game.
Chipmunk.
Your flourishing island.
Chipmunk.
Introducing Earth Animal Kingdom.
Okay, whatever. That's great. It's for Earth. It's expansion to Earth. It's a huge game. You guys don't need me to tell you whether they back this or not. So it is what it is. But I am glad we watched the video for the Morgan Freeman impersonator.
Every time I get sad, I'm gonna go back in stream and find the point where they showed the scorecard, and then you just looked at it and lovingly said, "Chipmunk."
Chipmunk. All right, Shallow Regrets. I'm excited to see this. An old friend of ours.
This one. I know.
Coming back for seconds.
If we had winners back then, I think that Deep Regrets would have been one of our winners.
Absolutely, it would have been. Absolutely. Let's watch the video. Oh, do you think they're going to reenact the... No, they don't.
Man, I hope so.
I really wanted to see him go back out to that cliff and throw a sloppy fish on the plate with googly eyes on it. Wallet game. Is this Button Shy? Is Button Shy publishing
Whoa,
this?
a collab?
Oh, yeah, it is Button Shy. Nice.
Whoa. Deep Regrets Button Shy version? That's kind of crazy.
Button Shy. This is such a pull for Button Shy. This.
Oh, yeah.
This is huge for them. I think this is probably bigger for Button Shy than it is for Deep Regrets. Okay. It's a lot of text to read on screen. This has got to be the best artwork of any Button Shy game I've seen.
I liked hooks. Use abilities. Avoid foul fish.
Foot.
My favorite fish.
Okay. The music's a little calm. And
I don't also know if the gameplay loop kind of excites me. Which is, I guess, part of the issue of making a game where there are only 18 cards.
Yeah. That has always been my, not criticism of Button Shy, but like the reason that I'm not a bigger Button Shy fan than I am. I think Button Shy, what they're doing is cool. My dad actually really likes Button Shy. He's like such a, I don't know if he even really cares about the games that much. He just thinks the business model is like super neat.
He's got 50 wallets in his pocket at all times. Button Shy games just falling out of his pants. He started having to wear long cargo pants just so he could hold all.
Yeah, he ordered Button Shy. Button Shy games should make a like specialty pair of cargo pants.
That's just to fit all.
That
of
holds 200 Button Shy games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always feel like the games they play like an 18 card game. They're limited by the form factor, and it's never quite as much game as I want to get out of the project, the game, whatever. But it looks good. The art's really nice. I really like the wallet size thing. Form factor's good.
Yeah.
There's also, I should say, there's plenty of people that do really like the games of the Button Shy games. And so, it's just different strokes. But for me personally, it's just not quite enough game to scratch the itch.
I agree.
But the campaign looks nice. How's it doing? I didn't even look. Is it doing? Oh, yeah, 100K in the bank. Yeah, out of a $2,000 goal. I would say that's a pretty nice little project for them. Board Game of the Month members get it for $1. This is also a very cool part of what Button Shy does. They've got a club, and they do a new game every month, supposedly. You can get the print and play for $3. So cheap. So cheap. Or you can get the full thing for $12, shipped to you in a little thing. I think that's what that is, at least.
Yeah.
Wow. They've just got a ton of backers for this. We got a nice little bundle. Intro to Button Shy. That's nice. Cool. Cool. All right. Shallow Regrets. I like it. 2 to 3 players is a weird player count. Also, ages 8+ when there's like a dismembered foot on one of the cards. I don't know about that. But whatever. I like Shallow Regrets. I'm thinking A. Yeah, I'm thinking an A, and I think we put it above Guardians of the Coral Reef. Whatever.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think this is top of A.
No,
this is in the middle. I think this is just behind it. I think this is like kind of here. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Okay, let's keep it moving. Oh boy, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the escape game. Now you were pretty stoked about this one last week. I remember you pointing it out by name.
I am a sucker for IP as somebody that like studied media and communications. I get excited when it's really hard to get licensing rights for this kind of stuff. So like the fact that I don't know who's making this game, I don't know the company.
Designed by Will Argman.
Okay. The fact that he was able to secure the Texas Chainsaw Massacre license from whoever's holding the name of it right now is like always a crazy thing to me, because I could not even imagine trying to get an IP for a game that I was making. So
yeah,
I look forward to seeing.
I guess I can appreciate it from that perspective. First of all, it's not really a theme that I'm interested in. I don't usually like horror-themed board games. I feel like it's a genre that doesn't work very well in a board game environment. It's like you can't do jump scares.
It's hard to build dread and suspense in board game format.
Yeah.
Very true.
Also, the company is called Why Not AI, which raises some eyebrows. It's also only like a third of the way funded, 38% funded, with 2 days to go, so probably not gonna hit its goal.
I don't think it's gonna make it.
Don't think it's gonna make it.
I do want to see, is there a
video?
Is there a video? Yeah, so do we have anything?
There's a shirt.
Cool, a t-shirt.
That's a horrible shirt. I'm sorry, that shirt's
awful
so
shirt.
bad.
It's an awful shirt. That's an awful shirt.
What is this? Is that just the actual VHS tape of the movie? I don't know. I want to see the video. Doesn't look like there's a video.
Wow.
No video.
I have the update on their name for you.
Okay. Tell me about it.
Sorry. Their name, Why Not AI, is a shorthand of a quote called Why Not Animation at Interaction. Why Not Animation and Interaction? Which is, I mean, just not a good name to have right now.
No. No,
they are people who work in the entertainment industry. It looks like they were founded by a businessman who worked on Sega in France and somebody who worked for another video game studio called Cryo Entertainment. And this is their second game. The first one they made is another board game based off of a comic IP called The Inkal.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see.
This is not the music I would have chosen for a Texas Chainsaw Massacre board game.
It's certainly stock music and not the music from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. I don't love it. I don't.
Do you remember when I made a joke in the last game about what if they used all of their budget to hire the voice actor for Morgan Freeman?
I do, yes.
This kind of strikes me as they used up all of their budget to get the licensing rights to Texas Chainsaw Massacre and then did not know where to go from there.
Perhaps. That does seem likely, although I would think that they wouldn't just like... I would think this would start from a place of, I've got a great game idea. What would be a good theme for this? Oh yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Of course, that has to be that. But maybe they just did it the other way around. Maybe, I mean, especially considering the way that you described the company as like they work in the media industry and they like make board games specifically based off of IP. Maybe they just like got the rights to this and they were like, okay, well now we got to make a board game.
Let me just get a little something to show the finesse here. To show what a fool I am to everybody watching.
Oh boy.
Hang on. I am a lover of board games and a lover of horror. So, I own things like Jaws, the board game. And I own things like the Universal Monsters board game. Because I like Ameritrash. Sue me. But, you know what's crazy about these two games? They're actually really fun games to play. They're Horrified, less so. I think Horrified's okay. But Jaws is a really, genuinely beautiful game that is a 1v3 asymmetrical game where one person plays Jaws trying to destroy the boat and the other three people play the three characters in Jaws trying to capture him, and it's really fun and really tense. And it feels like a real and complete and good board game, and the components are all custom made, and they're beautiful and they're nice, and this does not seem like it has any of that love put into it.
Yeah, also the shirt sucks, and I have to take off a lot of points for that, because it's like, why even have a shirt if it's going to just be the cover of the box on a black t-shirt? So, yeah, I think that speaks volumes to the project as a whole. It's just like, they're doing it because they can, which I don't love. Also, I don't know anything about how this game plays. They're showing me components.
Kind of like an escape room. That's my guess.
Okay, whatever. It's just whatever, you know. It's not going to fund. Yeah. It's pretty clear why. I think this might be.
There is one company with like pop culture IP that I trust to make pop culture IP games. They're the ones who made the Jaws game, which is Prospero Hall. I think that they have a good team that accepts these IP things, and they look at it and they go, okay, well, how do we actually make this fun? Like, how do we take this beloved franchise and make it fun? And to me, they've done it a lot of times. Every time I've been to a friend's house that has one of them, they've done a good job. So I always get a little nervous when I see those things, and it's not easy. It's not easy to take a franchise that people love and make it into a fun game. And this shows.
Yep. That's a bad one. It's a stinker. I put it at top of D. I think we can both agree that that's probably where it belongs. Anyways, we are running out of time here, so we should probably keep on moving.
Okay, let's do it.
We've got combat.
Oh boy.
You know what? For the sake of everybody's time here, let's just go ahead and do this.
So we put it C, casual C.
I think that's where we would put it anyways. That's where the war games usually end up for us.
You just give it one scroll down and you just scroll down through the thing. We're not going to read anything. We're just going to scroll through the campaign. We are going to truly judge a book by its cover.
Retail is $139. You're getting it for $99. A steal.
Well, that's actually kind of insane. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
5 steps.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
God bless.
That is actually the whole pledge too. So
that's it.
$99. They do only have one tier, which I always respect.
Yeah, you respect
$9 for the game.
This guy has this dedicated fan base, 300 backers. He's got it. He's created 92 games. So
92.
Just a casual 92.
That is pretty crazy, actually.
Sam, by the time you've created your 90-second game and published and distributed it, you might be old enough to want to play World War II games.
Perhaps. You know what? It's a very astute observation, Arel. You might be right about that. You might just be onto something. Propagation Station. I don't. It sounds like it sounds like oh my gosh, sounds like a Schoolhouse Rock song.
Like Conjunction Junction?
Yeah, that's probably what I'm thinking of. Okay, the art looks nice-ish.
You heard it first. Sam hates plants. He doesn't like the earth. He doesn't like animals.
22 created. Funded in 1 hour.
Oh, where's Brian?
A quiet morning. Your favorite mug in hand.
All right, this is a little
rustling of leaves as you tend your houseplants. Now, picture turning that love into a game.
This is a strange vibe to strike.
Nurture and grow your dream indoor jungle. Welcome to Propagation Station, an auction and tableau building game where you collect and nurture houseplants while outbidding opponents. But in this auction, outbidding means sharing, giving your rivals the resources to grow. Each turn, you'll carefully choose which plants or equipment to bid on, care for them, upgrade your station with grow lights, and your collection will flourish. The right choices will turn your cozy corner into a thriving greenhouse. But just like real houseplants, things don't always go as planned. Pests creep in. You'll need to be ready. Will you let your collection wilt? Or will you find a creative way to protect your dirt babies? Oh no, your opponent purchased their last grow light.
Okay, I am done with this video. Okay. A lot to unpack there. It's a plant game.
Wow, 90 to 120 minutes is crazy. That is not what I thought this game was going to take to play.
No, it seems very heavy.
I actually really was kind of interested in the game. I don't know if I can play a game about raising plants for 2 hours straight.
Yep, that is a lot. That is quite a bit.
The art's quite nice, though.
Yeah, it's got a nice appeal to it. It just looks really heavy.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
We always find ourselves erring on that side. I think there's plenty of people out there.
Oh, Jerry Harris is here.
Jerry! Welcome in, Jerry. Thanks for tuning in. Glad to see you back. Hope you're doing well. I guess you just said the same thing. We're doing well. I'm doing well. The last time I checked, Arel was also doing well, so... And there you have it. He's doing well. 70K, I don't know. I just really don't have that much to say about it. The video threw me for a loop. It's like a little too seductive, I think, for a board game video.
It's very seductive. What are they selling it for? That's an important question.
$40. Sorry, I glazed over that a second ago when I scrolled past it. $40. It feels right. I'm not quite sure how big this box is. It's kind of hard to get a feel for how big that box is. But $40, whatever. It's a fine price. It's not enough. It's not cheap enough. The price is a reason to buy it, but certainly not expensive enough to push me in the other direction. You can go all in for $105, or you can get the early bird all in for $95. You took the words right out of my mouth. Okay. Yeah, a little too complicated for a plant game. Also, there's so many plant games out there already. Maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe that's the niche that they're trying to address is people who played Tend or whatever that game is called. There's like a couple of them, aren't there?
Yeah, Brian said, "Caution, this game will take you as long to play than it is to grow an actual plant." And that might be true.
Could possibly be true. But yeah, maybe it's for people that like plant games, but they're just not heavy enough for them. And so now here we go. Yeah. Here we have a heavy plant game. All right. Seems like a well-run campaign. The pictures are nice. The cards look nice.
Really pretty art. I'd give it a B.
The price seems correct. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Let's put it in
our
B.
Our first B of the day.
Here we go. Oh, I do have one gripe with this game, and that's that they made me crop out their box image from a background. So if we go to the Board Game Geek page for this, they don't have just like an isolated image of the box. I had to take this and crop there's like a few games on the list. There's always a few games every week that make me do that, but it sort of sours my my perception of them going into it. So maybe that's why I'm less hot on Propagation Station. But whatever, B seems correct. The Dig, Treasure Island plus one more, Boil and Bubble. Okay. 3K in the bank. This has got to be a print and play thing. Yeah. Right? No video. But it is funded, so
it's pointing to a real deck of cards. So,
interesting.
Maybe you just play with it.
An 18-card game you play with a deck of cards. Okay, so there's 18 cards, and then I guess you provide your own deck.
Yeah.
A revolutionary new way to enjoy classic card play. Well,
I mean,
is it that revolutionary? I'll be the judge of that. How about?
You literally taught me that the first CCG mechanics were in a game that you play on a deck of cards.
That's right. That's right. There's a lot going on in
and that was in the 70s, wasn't it?
It was in the 70s, so. Yeah. Pay what you want for the print and play files starting at $1 Canadian. 143 people have done that.
Which says about $1 American, but it is less than an American dollar.
This is slightly less. Okay, here's the print and play. Retail at what?
72 cents.
Makes no sense. Copy of the dig plus PNP plus shipping. These pricing structures are really throwing me for a loop. I can't figure out.
What's
print and play? Yeah.
Okay. So this is a physical copy.
Yeah, I wonder if they don't know that Kickstarter automatically will convert the currency to the currency of the person viewing the page.
Yeah.
You don't need to put the two.
So.
Yeah. You need to put both the prices.
Approximately $10, about $11, right under it. It just feels like they're saying something, and there's a little Kickstarter lawyer sitting next to them.
You know what it feels like is the Twitter user context community notes thing.
This game can be yours for just $10 US.
Actually, it's $11. Oh boy. Okay. Well, don't know that I have a ton to say about this. And we do kind of need to move on quickly anyways if we're going to get to the rest of these. It is nice that it's pay what you want for the the print and play.
Can we look at the dig quickly? Can we just see what's going on?
Here's what you get. Dig components. It's a tuck box. Are they printing these? You get this for $12? It's kind of nice.
I guess, yeah. It's nice. With the rule book and the cards, that ain't bad at all.
Yeah, no, this seems like a good value proposition. I don't really know anything about the game, but I guess they're trying to show me here. I don't know. I feel like we don't really have time to figure this out. You're going to use a deck of cards in combination with the cards. Yeah, okay, this is nice. Combination with all the cards that come inside of this little tuck box. And you're going to play some kind of a game for it. And apparently it's pretty revolutionary, so it's got that going for it. I don't know. Do you want to look at anything in particular here?
No, I don't care anymore. Sorry, I lost interest.
Yeah, me too. Right there with you.
Well,
okay.
I'll give it a B.
Yeah, B seems fair. B seems fair. I like what they're doing. It's a little amateurish. First time doing it, so no shame there.
Yeah.
I might even put it. No, I don't think I'm putting it above Propagation Station, but it's close. They're on the same level, I would say.
They're pretty similar, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's keep it rolling. Now we've got Night Soil. Night Soil. I saw something for this game somewhere. I don't know if it was on the hotness list or what the deal was, but it looked cool. Maybe I was just scrolling this and clicked on it or something, but I don't really know anything about it, so let's dive in. No video, which is weird. This feels like the type of game that there would be a video for. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Comes in a big box.
A lot happening right now.
Yes. Maybe we'll have a video lower on down. I love the art, though. This is very cool.
Very mature game about sanitation in Tudor London.
Okay. Interesting way to lead us into this. A very mature game. What could they mean by that? Are the themes mature? Are the are this.
Is there a pun that we're missing?
I don't know. Maybe it's a British thing. Or it's Australia, I guess.
And I'm inclined to agree.
It's very pretty. In fact, it might be the prettiest we've looked at so far tonight.
Look at that. Look at that.
Cleaning the streets at night under the cover of darkness. Earn money for your work and garner favor from patrons. Okay. I would love if you told us anything about...
I want to read what they wrote. Can you scroll up just a little bit? The most unique board game being both historically based and mechanically clever. That's a big sell for yourself.
Okay.
Explain your mechanically cleverness.
Yeah, please tell me how it's clever. I would love to learn more about this.
Okay, there is a how to play section if you scroll a little farther down. Yeah.
How to play it. How thee playeth. Perform actions in the city, producing waste.
Sure.
What do you mean by that?
Well, is this
the poop phase?
Yeah, poop phase.
Just call it the poop phase. Advertise your business to the residents.
Okay.
Profit from giving your patrons a helping hand. Fulfill your duty as a night soil worker for profit. This is them. This is an image of them dumping the poop into the river.
I will say, we just said there's a lot of games about plants. I have not seen a singular game about being the guy that scoops up all the poop and throws it out. In an older era. So
here finally is a how to play video.
To be the best, you gotta work with the best, and that's why we work
waste
with
management.
Okay, hold on.
That is insane. Is this
like a partnership with
family streams under our roof? American Family Insurance.
I don't want to have to watch. This is why we don't do YouTube videos.
A couple that loves to play board games. And today we'll be teaching you how to play Night Soil.
How long is this video? 11 minutes.
Night Soil is designed by John Moffat. It's published by Grail Games, who helped sponsor this video. Let's go to the table and let's learn how to play. As always, you'll begin by setting up. You'll place a board in the center of the table. Based on your player count, you'll cover up some neighborhoods. You'll know which neighborhood by checking the back of the tiles. Each player will then receive a set of 3 starting labor cards, 10 player tokens, a turn order marker, and 2 player cards. You'll place all the turn order markers in the turn order track.
Love the art.
Starting coins and workers. These are determined
based on really nice.
The Night Soil cubes and remaining coins will be placed near the main board. Now, based on your player count, you'll also
Can't
place
say it
additional
enough.
workers on the main board, including the special non-worker pawn in a 5-player game. On this basis denoted by the table. You'll continue by placing a Night Soil cube in every non-royal neighborhood in play. Royal neighborhoods can be denoted by the rosebud and the color. Then you'll place
love that the cubes are brown. That's a nice touch.
This happens regardless of your player count. You'll place
not too specific, not too grotesque, but still gets the point across.
You'll then shuffle the special labor cards and draw 4 face-up next to the main board along with the deck. Finally, you'll place a round marker in a round corresponding to the number of players, and you're ready to play. In Night Soil, you compete as rival Night Soil companies, working day and night to turn waste into profit in the streets of London. Each round is split into 4 phases. Most of the gameplay will occur in the day and night phases. During the day, you'll send your workers across the city to take actions like advertising for your company, improving your own assets, and influencing local patrons.
It's worker placement, putting people on a board. We're watching an Arel commercial.
Let's go! Yeah. That Oreo puff sure looks delicious after the gameplay we were watching.
Yeah, seriously. How much does it cost? What do you think?
$35 to $40. Maybe $40. I lied. 35 seems low.
I think 50 or 60. Oh. Well, okay, about $36. That's pretty good, actually.
Honestly?
You hit the nail on the head.
Sure.
Yeah. Game is, once again, outside of the complexity level that I usually play around in, but
yeah, it's got a funny theme to it.
Got a funny theme.
Really like the art and the writing. As Brian says, thank your local poop scooper. He scoops so you don't have to. And that's what the game's all about.
Thank you, Scooper. I appreciate it. I'm thinking A.
I'm thinking A.
I'm thinking top of A.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell you exactly why this is an A and Gazebo is an S. I think maybe because Gazebo just feels a little more approachable.
Yeah.
But they're both very well-run projects, I would say.
I think that Night Soil and Gazebo are the type of games where, it makes me really glad that we're doing this series because I probably wouldn't have learned about them otherwise.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy to.
Absolutely. Yep, that's what we do here, folks. We teach you about the games. Okay, great. That is Night Soil, everybody. Night Soil. We've got 3 more to go.
Yeah.
And we're really finishing strong here tonight. We sort of hyped up this last game at the end of last week's stream.
That's true.
So I'm excited to get to it. Casus Belli, on the other hand, I have low expectations for, and probably won't spend a ton of time here. We are on GameFound, so you guys know I just can't wait to get off of this website. 82K in the bank. It is only 136% funded, though. 60K goal. So it actually looks pretty nice. Good graphics. Looks like a space game, space Euro. You know, you get your worker placement, you got your spaceship tokens, placing them around the board. I guess we have a video here. We could watch the video. Only 20 seconds? What could you possibly show me in 20 seconds about this game? Wow. Okay, thank you so much.
Nothing. So you showed me nothing, just to be clear. I got very little out of it.
It is funded, though, so let's go. Epic 4X space game. Yep, that's...
Can you scroll up for a second? Sorry, just to the top again.
To the top?
GameFound. Yeah. GameFound kind of screws you over because it has its own marketing goal reached in X hours, but it's not very impressive to say goal reached in 2 days and 11 hours.
Yeah.
It's not a lose, by all means. I mean, it's good.
Hey,
but there's a big difference between funded in 45 minutes and funded in 48 hours.
Yeah. There's no way we're going to figure out how to play this game in the time that we have available to us.
No.
It looks fine. No. It looks nice.
The guy's screaming.
Yes, the art is very good, actually.
Really nice art.
I don't care for the box cover for one reason or other. Maybe it's the logo that I don't really like that much.
Brian, would you play this game? This is our speedrun of it. Brian, would you play this game?
Yeah, what do you think, Brian? Give us your input here. Tell you what, if you want to just go ahead and rate this one for us, Brian, you could probably do just as good of a job as we could. I personally am thinking, as I find it in my little folder here.
B minus?
Oh, I don't know. I think I put it above
B mid.
These other two. I think I put it above these other two.
Okay. Brian says, no, I'm old C. So.
Okay. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate the feedback. I don't know. This is a bit of a conundrum. None of these games in B tier are really games that I would choose to play. But I respect their
bad. Yeah, they're not bad games.
Yeah. Yeah, that is contrary to popular belief. That is not what the B stands for. I don't know. Maybe we go like this. This is probably fine.
Yeah.
I kind of don't care that much. Let's keep it moving. Trash Rush. Now, this one I am a bit more excited for. Look at these cute little raccoons.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like raccoons.
That's very nice art. We have another contender on our hands here, I might think.
Also, I genuinely think a big selling point for games should be language independent. I think that's a great thing to have.
Oh, sure. Sure. Yes, Jerry, it is indeed critter time. Let's see what these raccoons do. Let's see what they get up to.
Bustling city,
Weidel.
Full of busy critters. Oh no, not the boar parade again. What a trashy mess. But hey, who's there?
Stock music, yes! Stock rock and roll.
Clever raccoons cleaning up the
my favorite genre.
Your goal? Clean the city.
Oh, it looks nice.
Outsmart rivals. Score big and claim victory. Play cards, plan moves, but there's no take-backs.
This looks fantastic.
All junk, recycle smart, repair gear. Rack up points and bonuses.
This is a great video. I feel like maybe we could have gotten a better
New raccoon teammates.
announcer for it. Better voiceover work.
Beware. Fines might cost you the win. Think fast. Plan smart. Manage your resources and outscore the competition. And when the dust settles, the rack...
Hey, there's a lot going on this board, but I kind of don't mind it, actually. What's crazy is that the colors are bright and distinct enough, and the tokens are big enough, and it's all icons. There's no text at all. And so it really doesn't bother me in a way that most games that look like this do.
I agree.
So that's big points for Trash Rush there.
When the dust settles, the raccoon with the most points wins.
Unique card system. Wow, we got so many bullet points here. Unique card system, quick setup, quick turns, family friendly, high replayability, smart interaction, multiple ways to win. What else you got for me? Oh, that's it. The board, get all kinds of tokens. Look at these player boards and cards.
Grab exclusive goodies and an early bird bonus.
Oh, that's so much stuff. I do like it when they show us all the stuff, though. So that's good. Especially because it makes my job easier in guessing what it's going to cost. I'm thinking 40, 50 bucks?
I was thinking 40, yeah.
40? It's about 70. Oh, Ultimate Deluxe. 34 bucks. Wow. 34 bucks.
Oh, great deal. Listen,
fantastic deal.
Jerry Ayers at Crit Time, Brian saying, now I would play this one.
Yeah.
I mean, the people love it. I'm interested.
The people love
I'd play it.
The people love it. Yeah. I absolutely would play Trash Rush. That's fantastic. The video could use a little work.
Yeah.
But the game seems great. And the price is also great.
Yeah.
If we weren't so close to the end here, I would spend a little more time on it. But frankly, I think I've seen all I need to see. I think we might have another S on our hands.
This is an S.
Yeah. Yeah, look at all that stuff. Cool. All right, well, let's just do it then.
Let's do it.
Let's put Trash Rush in S. Now, here's the real question. Is it before or after Gazebo? I kind of think after. I kind of think it goes like this.
I do think it's after. Yeah.
I also don't think either of these games are at the top of S.
Yeah, I think they're both at like a 95 right now.
Yep. Yep. I agree. It's looking pretty good. I like it. I like it. I like it. 2 games left. Are we going to make it, Arel?
Two games left or one?
Oh, one game. Only one game left. And it is, of course,
the moment of the hour.
The moment of the hour. The moment everybody's been waiting for. I know everybody tuned in for Banana Boy versus Unicone tonight.
Let's go.
Once again, I always point it out, but whenever I see this Japanese yen symbol next to a game, it always piques my interest a little bit. It always raises my expectations just a little bit. Now here we have Banana Boy versus Unicone from Premium Print and Play Games. I guess it's a print and play thing. $67 goal. Not very ambitious. Come on, I think we can be a little more ambitious than that.
I gotta see what 67 USD to yen is.
It's probably like 100 yen.
But it had a goal about 10,000 yen.
10,000. So. Sure. Yeah. 100. Yeah. Okay, great. Let's watch the video.
Banana Boy versus Unicone.
Yes, please. Oh yeah.
Really unexpected.
This one here is an exceptional party game. Now,
super tiny game that is really unique because of the artwork choices.
Okay, we got all kinds of reviewers.
Just super neat, super tiny, lots of fun. it is a sublime little memory game.
Just enough of a twist on it to make it so fun and compelling.
Now there are two ways to play Banana Boy versus Unicorn, and that is use 16 cards or 32 cards.
And a nice thing about this game is that you kind of don't need to explain it. You just set everything up and take the first turn, and then people will be like, oh, okay.
Here, you're going to take two cards, and you're going to say what they are. Hot Dog Octopus, and you're going to flip them over.
The quirky names you can come up with when you're playing this game is half of the fun.
And hey, look at me. If they are the exact same thing, well then you're going to take both these cards and score them, and they're 2 points at the end of the game. You can take two things and say, oh, Skater Boy, flip it over, and then, oh no, they are not the same thing, but they are the same color, well then you get to keep one of them. Just actually saying something really changed the game, and it does. Like, tremendously.
Silly and fun to say the portmanteaus, but also
it really messes with my brain.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say I really
got that Lego Titanic set.
Yeah,
I see
like,
it.
You see that?
I'll never remember those unless he says what.
That is crazy, actually.
Forgotten it.
Crazy flex.
If you say, "Oh, toilet paper,"
this video is 5 minutes long. We probably don't need to watch the whole thing, but I do respect them.
I understand that, but I understand the game. I get what they're going for, and it looks kind of fun.
Yeah, absolutely, I would play it. Absolutely, I would play it. And I also respect them just editing together a bunch of reviews for the game. Or like, I guess this is some how to play stuff too.
I do worry about replayability once you learn what all the cards are.
Oh yeah. Like what's on the back of what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think then it becomes very easy. But for like a party game that you kind of throw out a couple times or you play with your kids, it seems fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally
also $9.
Yeah, they even put it in the title. The ultimate matching game, $9.
A price so nice, they'll throw it in the title even though it doesn't really have space there.
$9 for a boxed copy. That's for a boxed copy. That's not
delivers in July and plants one tree. Well, you lost Sam there at the planting one tree.
Yeah, I do hate the
tonight, but
rainforest. Wow, that's crazy. How is this profitable? I can't imagine how this is profitable. At $9 for a boxed copy.
Also, just extremely strange to this whole thing.
Yeah, how many cards?
32
English
cards.
To
the guy who made this is not Japanese. I assume he lives in Japan, but it is crazy to like come into this Japanese-looking game with the Japanese price tag on it, and then be like, "Hi, I'm Charlie. I made this game."
Yeah, that is a little weird. I agree. A bit strange. Is the game? Yeah, it's from Japan.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess he just lives in Japan. Man, bro is living the dream. I wish that was me.
This is what you should be doing right now.
This is what I should be doing right now.
How many cards?
It's 32 cards.
Really good question.
It's 32 cards, 2 rule sheets, 1 tuck box. All thick cardstock with linen finish. Even the rules feel great. Thank you.
Nice. 32 cards just seems like a very easy amount of cards to learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my biggest fear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Once I know what's on the back of, I think there's like a few boy cards, like a few pencil cards. But yeah, once you know what the possible options are on the back of each, it's like you're just gonna get a lot better at the game. I don't know. Maybe if you're playing it with a group of people that have all played the game the same number of times as you, then it's not a big problem. But if you know and you're trying to show it to other people that haven't played before, then that probably is a bit of an unfair advantage. But couldn't the same be said about basically any game, though?
That's true. You bring up a good point.
And for $9, you know, $9 free shipping
crazy.
to have it delivered to me in July.
Can you click the tag just that I want to say? It says, "Will it arrive in July?" Like we don't believe them.
Yes, all rewards will be ready to ship at the end of the campaign. Okay.
Why plant trees? I want to know.
Why? Yeah, why would you do
trees? That? Yeah, why do it?
Explain yourself. I fund the planning of chiefs for every game or game accessory I order to be manufactured. So if I order 1,000 games, I send money to IHC. Oh, they're trees in Japan. How cool is that?
That's
well, if it's Japanese trees, now I can get behind that. Actually, that's a little bit of a different story than just.
If it's like a cherry blossom, that's fine. You know,
those can stay. This is kind of a tough game to rate, I think, on our tier list, because so much of the appeal is that it is so cheap.
I would put it at the end of A or the beginning of B.
Yeah. Yeah.
I leave that up to you.
I think it's going an A. I think it's an A for me. But is it higher or lower than Guardians of the Coral whatever? I think that's a little higher. I think Guardians is a little higher. I was more intrigued by the game.
There's a lot of complexity to it, yeah. Well, we looked at we got rid of the three. Well, we got rid of the three kind of second edition things, and we sped through a war game. So we managed to do things on pretty good time. Sorry everybody for us rushing a bit.
Oh, don't apologize to me, Arel.
Oh.
We're all good. Let's do some rankings though before we sign out, or let's award some awards. We'll start with best campaign.
I think.
Okay, go ahead.
I've been thinking about it. I think the best campaign is probably for Gazebo and Gingham.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you there. I would offer for your consideration Banana Boy versus Unicone. Mostly because it's $9. It's $9 for a boxed game.
You could win me over by a game that $9, free shipping, plants a tree, you'll get it by July, and it's already got a bunch of commendations from board game people in it.
Yeah, I mean, certainly the Gazebo campaign is like more professionally put together, and they put a lot of work into making the whole campaign look nice. Had a great video for it. So I definitely see what you mean there, but I just am having to ask myself, which is more compelling? All of that or $9 free shipping, get it in like 2 months?
And for best campaign, you're right. I say go for it. I endorse it.
Okay. I'm doing it.
I get it.
Put it up there real quick. Banana Boy versus Unicone wins an award. Who could have seen that coming?
Now, I think we all know who's getting best art tonight.
Yes. Well, I don't know. It's probably Night Soil.
I think Night Soil's got a really... I like Trash Rush. I do like the art of Trash Rush a lot.
Yeah.
I think that Night Soil's got this like really gorgeous and fun art style to it.
Yeah. Trash Rush isn't quite as artistic, I guess, as Night Soil is. Night Soil feels like fine art almost. Whereas Trash Rush is just like... it's great, don't get me wrong. It was one of the bigger selling points of the game for me. But yeah, I see what you mean, though. Let's go like that. Cool. And then best game. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Our contenders.
Sell me on Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I think the contenders have to be Gazebo. Maybe Trash Rush.
Okay.
But I would also consider Guardians.
Oh.
Even though we don't know that much about the game, I think it's just a really neat idea. I'm probably pretty biased. I think it scratches a particular itch that my gaming preferences have.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was cool. I mean, it was $25 for all that stuff too. Honestly, it could have won best campaign. Truthfully.
Yeah, I don't know. The video was so bad that almost precludes it from winning.
The video was actually awful. The video was the video was that one episode of Pokemon that gave all those kids seizures.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think it's probably Gazebo.
I would probably lean more towards Gazebo.
Yeah.
I think the way that it goes, and you get the travel case with it, and it doesn't seem terribly hard to learn, I would say Gazebo gets this one. But I would also say I'm really not like upset or disappointed with any of the winners this week. I didn't feel like we had to drag our feet on anything. I'm like very happy that these 3 games got this award from us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think we had some real winners tonight. We had some good games on the on the lineup.
Yeah.
So
2 weeks ago we had highs and lows. Last week we were kind of marked by mediocrity across the board, but this week it's a pretty solid lineup of games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Brian said, I'm feeling great that this week there were a couple of games that I would enjoy. Me too, man. Me too. It's nice to look at things in the board game industry and go, man, this is a fun community to be a part of.
Maybe this space is for me after all.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not an outsider looking in on, Euro, whatever. Yeah, it was great. It's refreshing. I feel like we had a few weeks back to back now where just nothing really is looking that fun, but yeah.
Yeah.
This was great. I'm glad we got to look at these games. That being said, Arel, I don't want to keep you too long. I know you're probably trying to scurry on out of here. So I think we'll go ahead and wrap for the night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate you all being here. Our lovely, lovely viewers, Brian, Jerry, whoever else the other 2 of you are. Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. We will be here again next week. Well, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, it ties in really well. Join us next week as I'm taking a quick look at the crowdfunding countdown. Sam encounters his 3 favorite types of games. A game about plants.
Oh.
A dirty party game.
Oh.
And where'd this other one go? Oh, and a spooky ghost game. His 3 favorite categories. So...
you know what? Actually, I think we might actually have to skip next week. I just remembered I had something coming up, so
sick, huh?
I might be coming down with something next week. So maybe we won't be here at the same time, same place. But regardless, we will eventually be back. We might be taking 1 week off. We'll see. No, but that's the show for tonight, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you all again real soon here for Kickstarter Quest. Take it easy. Bye bye.
Have a good one.